It's snowing in Seattle, and there was an illegal Pokemon on stream for the International Championships. It might as well be Christmas. So here we have it. Porygon 2 inside of Beast Ball, 100% impossible Pokemon to obtain in Sun and Moon. The reason being because you cannot catch it in the wild. That's given to you as a gift inside of a Pokeball by an Aether Foundation employee. Same with Type Null. That if you see a Type Null or a Porygon in anything but a Pokeball, it is a hatched Pokemon. So there we go, Porygon 2 inside the Beast Ball that it cannot obtain. So as a hatched Pokemon, it joins the ranks with Wolfglick's Hatch Raichu and Ray Rizzo's illegal Dream Ball Aegislash. So kind of showing that there is hacking going on in the VGC community en masse right now, and I pretty much predicted it because Pokemon VGC, more spoiled than ever, Pokemon Sun and Moon International. So this is a video from September talking about this very event, because people were already mad at the event months before it started. Power Saves and PK Hex probably won't be ready for Sun and Moon in time. So this is the VGC community complaining that they won't be able to cheat for this event. Now, unfortunately, PK Hex became available because data mining and being able to crack the game sooner than expected, but this is a vast majority of the VGC community crying that they wouldn't be able to cheat their Pokemon. That, God forbid, they have to play legitimately for a tournament. And that's kind of showing through that there's a ton of cheated Pokemon at this international right now, and it's because we have PK Hex and Power Saves currently available. So pretty much the justification that the VGC community gives is that it doesn't matter about the rules. That we have the rules right here. Illegally manipulated Pokemon. You cannot use any external devices. PK Hex, it doesn't matter if the Pokemon has legal stats. It's forbidden to modify a Pokemon at all or to create or gen a Pokemon in any way. But they don't care. They say it's not about Bicycle Simulator. It's not about breeding. It's only about what happens in the battle. Now keep note of this. This is what 80%, 90% of the competitive VGC community says, because they only deem what happens in the battle, therefore hacking is okay, thus breaking the rules, thus cheating. So that's the sentiment that we see amongst hackers. Now, this isn't a direct accusation for Judy Azzarelli, but it's a very worrying trend that he says the same exact thing to the person using the hacked Porygon. That Judy Azzarelli, he is a 2014 World Championship finalist and a top Worlds player in Pokemon. Your play got you here. And I know it's really hard given this bad publicity, but focus on what matters and why you're here. No! You should not, as a top Worlds player, be condoning a cheated Pokemon. It's an illegal Pokemon, 100%. There's no other way around it. You have more responsibility as a top player than to tell someone it's okay that they're using an illegal Pokemon. I 100% believe in your ability. That's very suspicious. That is very concerning right there. And then when we go to that guy's Twitter, well, this is where things start getting interesting. He privated his tweet shortly after, like, this whole thing kind of blew up, and he blocked me long before that. I don't remember having any kind of Twitter debate or fallout with this guy. Now, I can't remember it because I deal with hundreds to thousands of people on Twitter alone on a daily basis. So because of that, you know, we might have had some back and forth, but since he protected his tweets, I can't go and see our conversation, which is already a little suspicious. But he did tweet a couple of things before he protected his account. He said, "Never trust friends to breed your Pokemon. Probably going to drop. I just lost all faith in myself. Sorry. Georgia Regionals will be my last event." So it sounds like he's quitting. And the response to that is that a lot of people showed support. You know, don't make any rash decisions. VGC needs you. Your play got you here. I know that's really important. Emotions are running high right now. We all understand, but don't quit on us. You know, that's what a lot of people are saying. They're saying like, no, don't give up. Don't quit. It's okay. Supporting his cheating play. But then a lot of things start falling apart right now, is that this is an obviously hatched Pokemon. One, anyone that's played legitimate Pokemon, anyone that's bred or understands anything about breeding and playing a non-hatched form of Pokemon would immediately detect that as a hatched Pokemon. So either he doesn't know his friend is hacking, which would be like the first thing, like, hey, did you hack any of your Pokemon? Because I'm going to be using this for VGC. That should be the first thing. Two, if it's a friend, you should be able to trust them to give you the correct answer. Three, did he not use this Pokemon before battle at all? Like, if I just went to the battle spot, if I did a friendly battle with someone else, just kind of test out the team, that should come off as blatantly hacked almost immediately. Like, the Beast Ball animation, there's no, like, little subtle thing you have to catch about the Beast Ball animation. It's a big, loud animation, and that is a huge red flag right there. So there seems to be a lot of issues. And where are the tournament organizers? Where are the judges? There's a judge sitting right next to them that can't even see the hatched Pokemon in front of them. So the Pokemon Company's failing, everyone's failing, no one understands anything about legitimate Pokemon play anymore. That's just how bad the VGC community has gotten. Now, I have so many videos on this, and even if it's, what if you hack the parent? That a lot of people say, oh, what if it's just a hatched Porygon 2 that has 6 IVs, that way it could breed down and it had a Beast Ball because Beast Ball looks cool. Pokemon Company has said, that you cannot breed hacked parents. So that would be another accusation, like, hey, you use PK Hex. How can I trust you that there is no cheating involved with this Pokemon whatsoever? So I feel like if he 100% didn't know, there was an absolute failing on his part for taking this Pokemon to a serious competitive scene without investigating its legality, because, according to the Pokemon rules, you, regardless of whether the Pokemon or items belong to that player or were traded for, are responsible for that Pokemon. So it doesn't matter, like, you can't use the defense of, oh, he got it from a friend so he didn't know he was hacking. You are responsible for it, and there is an obvious detection right here, that this is an obviously blatantly illegal Pokemon, so there's really no defending anything like this. But I kind of want to go a little deeper, because now we're starting to get into some really fishy territory. Like, why would he have already blocked me? The main reason why VGC players block me is because I say, hey, hacking is against the rules, and then they say, no, it's okay as long as they have the same stats, and then they give me the whole bicycle simulator, it only matters what happens in game kind of spiel. So I don't know what kind of engagement we had right now. I don't know if I blocked him, then he blocked me, or he blocked me, and we had like a big argument. I can't remember that. I can't check because his tweets are privated. But why are his tweets privated? It doesn't make any sense, because I searched him up. And there's no hate. It's not like it's saying, oh, I saw your hacked Pokemon on stream, go kill yourself. He's not getting any threats. He's not getting any negativity from this. It's just people, you know, to win London, you heard it here first, probably shouldn't do anything rash. So just people that support him, you know, keep your head up, man, keep it up. Why would you protect your account off of all of this support? Like, I don't see any negativity right here. You know, there's just some issues going on, and it's not like he had this massive Twitter following to where it would crumble if he had an illegal ball on a Pokemon. So I'm wondering why he blocked me, and I'm also wondering why the account is protected, because now I can't search anything up. I feel like, now this is where we go into speculation land. So this is not a direct accusation, but it seems suspicious that all this is going on, that now I can't go up and search. And the VGC community knows how hard I go into these people. My videos, I'll go search, I'll look up people, I'll look up links to people. I go and do my research, I do my digging when I go into this stuff right here. So people are aware. Like, I think he knew the second that came out that I would be making a video, and that's really what bummed him out the most about it. And then maybe someone else was like, hey, remember that tweet you had a while ago that kind of makes it look like you're hacking? Or, hey, remember that argument you had with Verlisify? Like, I don't remember this argument, so I don't know what happened, but maybe, and it's very likely that we argued about what makes a Pokemon legal, that I could have pulled that up if I was faster to the switch. Like, he protected his account too quick, so I couldn't have seen these engagements we would have had. But that seems really suspicious. He had no reason to protect it, except for the oncoming video from me where I'll do my digging and maybe see that he might have admitted to something. So he might have had a discussion with someone else about Pokemon legality that would have looked suspicious. So it's just better to private out the whole account so I can't get a hold of it. So that's like really the main unfortunate thing right here, that I didn't expect for him to close his account and then everyone to start trying to clean up this whole incident so quickly. But the facts have it. That's an illegal Pokemon right there. And even though he's said some things like, you know, sorry, probably going to drop, I've lost all faith, Georgia Regionals will be my last event, only time will tell if this is how it goes out. Like, if he really quits after Georgia, then maybe he didn't want to use an illegal Pokemon. But if it meant this much to him, like, this seems like an overreaction. This almost seems like a defense, because, you know, I'll be on stream, so 4 hours, an hour later, people started noticing, and that's when it started blowing up on Twitter. So he was on stream, then people started noticing it, then an hour later, he started apologizing, and then he said Regionals was going to be his last event. It's kind of like this blew up enough to where he might have realized that this would be a problem, and I would probably cover it, because this is what I was waiting for. I even did the preemptive video, waiting for something like this. So it seems like it was a little too spaced out, and then it seemed like a really big jump out of nowhere to, I quit, I'm closing my Twitter, I'm locking everything down over just an illegal ball Pokemon. Now, this is where the tinfoil hat comes on in full, because I'm certainly not one to say for certain if someone is being sincere or not. That he said, sorry, Georgia Regional will be my last event, then he closed his account soon after. It seems like there was enough of time here for someone to say, like, you know Verlisify is going to jump on you, or you know this is going to blow up, and you might want to take action. So, I think that this almost feels like it was preemptive, that, you know, if I'm accusing this guy after he's saying sorry, it makes me look like the asshole, even though, regardless, he had the illegal Pokemon. At least he dropped. At least he did not pursue any further with that illegal Pokemon, but seemed a little later. You know, he was on stream, and then he dropped after this blew up. So that's a little bit suspicious right there. Never trust your friends to breed your Pokemon. Well, you can trust your friends as long as you do the correct digging, and it's still against the rules regardless. That this accusation is fair, and it's in line with what was expected of this event. It's in line with all of these top VGC players that have been caught with illegal Pokemon, like Wolf, like Ray Rizzo. So, I mean, it just shows that the community's cheat happy, and even though, like, my biggest gripe about hyper training, my biggest gripe about letting all the bank balls back and letting male Pokemon pass down their balls, is that it makes it harder to detect illegal Pokemon, but we can still find it. That there's more undetectable illegal Pokemon now than ever, and it's still visible. That is how much hacking is going on. That is how many slip-ups are going on in the VGC community, that it's almost all full of cheaters at this point. And the Pokemon Company has almost been taking steps to protect them, and it's still coming out. And now, this gets even more suspicious when you kind of add everything on top of it. I don't know why I was blocked. I don't know if he was absolutely 100% honest in that how he truly felt sorry and how he truly wants to quit. We'll see what happens after the regionals. We'll see if all of his fans can get together and like support him up enough to make him feel confident in his Pokemon battling again. What we do know for sure is that the Pokemon was illegal, and that Judy Israeli, we have yet another person on the list of top VGC players condoning cheating. So that's a big issue right there, and that's kind of what I'm pursuing, you know. I've made it clear. I made it clear when I was making, you know, an accusation versus the facts. I think I did my due diligence here. Like I said, I don't think I'm crossing any lines. I'm overly being an asshole. I'm just looking at it critically. You know, once I found out I was blocked, I started feeling less sympathy for the guy, because when you think about it, the blocks are going to come from people that hate me because I'm against cheating. And it feels like after that private, the private seems a little unjust, undeserved. And I feel like there might have been some protective action more than just 100% sincerity in the apology. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.